Alright, these are practice decimal problems for the final. And if you want to know where I'm getting them, I'm on the website. You go to Content, right there, and scroll down. And in Test Reviews, it's Decimal Practice Problems for Final. And you could pull that up and see the problems I'm doing. And to look at, of course, these videos, which you would have had to have figured out to even be watching this, but of course it's down here in the links. Test 3, there's a lot of problems that I've done, but decimal practice problems for final. And I just use titles and not the numbers. I'm working on convert each decimal to a fraction or mixed number in lowest terms. So because a decimal can be made into a fraction, as we saw when I was doing the place value questions, then you can also change those fractions to lowest terms or mixed numbers depending. So just like before, let's name this decimal by looking at the place values. Since no digit is underlined, we're just going to name the whole number 54, and the 4 falls under 1/10 100ths place, 2 positions to the right of the decimal. So it's 54 100ths. So the fraction 54 hundredths looks like that. And we figured that out because 54, look at the last digit, 4 is in the 1/100ths place. So we put the whole number 54 over the 100. Alright, and we can reduce this by dividing by 2. Both of these are even numbers, 54 and 100. So we can divide by 2. So that would be 27 over 50. We can take a quick look at divisibility rules, and 27 is divisible by 3, 9, 1, and 27. So 50 doesn't go into any of those numbers but 1. So we're done. That's reduced. So for 0.54 as a fraction becomes 54 hundredths and then can be reduced to 27 fiftieths. So let's get number 7, the decimal 2.4. Now notice there is a 2 on the right side, so that's a whole number. This is going to be a mixed number. The 2 will remain as a whole number, and we don't have to change that. In this case, 2. And then we look at the place value of 4. It is 1 place to the right, so it's a 10ths place. So we put the 4 in the numerator and a 10 in the denominator. 2 and 4/10. And we can reduce the 4/10. We can divide both numbers by 2. And we would get 2/5. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. So then our answer for 2.4 becomes 2 and 2/5. Anytime you have a number to the left of the decimal point, you have that as a whole number. Anytime you have a number to the right of the decimal point, that becomes the fraction. So it became 4/10, which reduced to 2/5. Alright, for number 8, we have digits to the right of the decimal, so we know that's going to become a fraction. And we have this 0 here, so we have to account for that. So the number to the right is 550, so that'll become our numerator. And we have to figure out what the denominator is based on where the 0 is. So the 0 is 3 places over, so that's 1/10, 1/100th, 1/1000th. So 1000 will become our denominator, and 550 is the numerator. Our fraction is 550 over 1000, and that of course can be reduced. One quick way to start reducing is you can knock off the 0 on the top. That means you can knock off 1 0 on the bottom. So that's a quick way of dividing by 10. So now you have 55 over 100 left, and I think I would like to try dividing by 5. 11 for the numerator, 55 divided by 5 is 11. 500 divided by 5 is 20. And so now 550 1,000ths becomes 11/20ths. Number 9, we have two numbers to the left, the whole number 12, so the whole number 12 becomes just a whole number. And then the numbers to the right have to be the fraction. So we know we're going to have 5 as a numerator, so we have to decide the denominator, and the denominator is the place value. So 5 is 2 places to the right, so it's hundredths, so the denominator is 100. And now we can reduce, and obviously we're going to reduce by dividing by 5 for each of those. And we will get a new fraction of 1/20th. So 12 doesn't change, and this 5 100ths becomes 1/20th. So our overall answer then is with a reduced fraction, 12 and 1/20ths.